going on, YouTube traders, investors? Today we're looking at the cannabis stocks, 6 to be exact. They were on a tear last week, and with recent news that they may help with the current crisis, they could go even higher. Let's get into it. Before we get in the video, if you like this type of content and want to see more, please subscribe to the channel and like the video because it helps out immensely. And also, smash that bell for future notifications. The first bit of news that we're going to look at, then we're going to jump into the charts, is that scientists believe cannabis could help prevent and treat coronavirus. Now, this is not a new subject. This has been floating around for weeks now. So this is not something really new, but it's something that's been out there for a while. I'm going to go ahead and read some of the article. They have high hopes for coronavirus breakthrough. A team of Canadian scientists believes it has found strong strains of cannabis that could help prevent or treat coronavirus infections. Researchers from the University of Lethbridge said a study in April showed at least 13 cannabis plants were high in CBD that appeared to affect the ACE2 pathways that the bug uses to access the body. We were totally stunned at first, and then we were really happy, one of the researchers, Olga Kovalchuk, told CTV News. So this is the most recent news, and I don't know if this is the catalyst on why all the cannabis stocks have went higher last week, but if this turns out to be true, this could be major. Here we are in the 1-year chart. This is for ticker symbol ACB, Aurora Cannabis. And as you can see, this stock has steadily went down. We're going to zoom in right here because this is where all the important data is recently. And as you can see, they did a reverse split, 12 for 1. So if you had 12 shares, you now have 1 share. Stock went down to a low of $5.30 and then shot up over 270%. This initial day was off of better than expected earnings. And then the rest is just the news that's been coming out with cannabis. It's like cannabis is on a rally right now. You know, it's been a long time coming. There's a lot of people that have invested a lot of money into these Canadian cannabis stocks, and it was just sitting there making nothing, losing you money. Now I think this could be the beginning of a spark. As you see, cannabis went all the way up to the 200-day moving average, got rejected, came back down, and now they're trying to re-break that 200-day moving average. So just watch every cannabis stock, but if you're in Aurora, watch for a breakout above this 200 and a climb back up. With all the recent news, I don't see why this stock wouldn't go up. Here we are on the 1-year chart of Tilray, ticker symbol TLRY. And as you can see, similar story, pretty much a downtrend till they hit this low of $2.43, which is amazing because this stock, like, was it 2018, was like over $200. Insane, insane. But anyway, we're gonna zoom in from right here, pick it up. And as you can see, they got a bounce. When they hit that low, they went up to about 1050. Came back down, got rejected at the 50-day moving average, back down underneath it, and now they have just broken through. And with Tilray, there's been a lot of option activity. The most recent is option alert for the May 29 1050 call sweep near the ass. So they are believing this is going to keep moving up. And there's also some news after investor Guy Gentile says is long Tilray, and he sees the stock going to $15 to $20 by next week. I don't know if that's going to happen, but like I said before, most of these marijuana stocks are starting to trend up. And with all the news circling around, these are popular stocks and they can run. They're volatile. Here we are on Cronos Group, ticker symbol CRON. It's probably one of the more stable of the cannabis stocks. As you can see, it's still on a downtrend, but it seems more stable to me. And the main reason probably for that is because they have like almost $2 billion in cash that Altria invested in them. So, and I've often talked about Altria, being a large percentage owner in Cronos Group. They marketed tobacco, and I'm sure that they're going to market the hell out of cannabis. But anyways, we're going to zoom in to see what this stock's been doing. Let's go back real quick. As you see, they've hit that 200-day. I think this was when some large option activity came in, because this rally was not very long and went back down. But there's been a lot of option plays that were kind of strange with the cannabis sector. It's like people are playing it. That's all I'm going to say about that. But we're going to zoom back in, hit the 200 back there in January, and hit the low, I think, with everybody else in March, end of March, mid-March. But since then has came back up, took a dip, but as you can see, it's still making higher highs and higher lows. So it is uptrending. Not a great uptrend, but it's uptrending. And as you can see right now, we're at the 200-day. So the biggest thing with all these marijuana stocks, you pick whichever one you want, but see that if they can break this 200-day moving average and head higher, because that is a very, very strong sign that the wait is over. Everybody's been waiting on marijuana or cannabis to make another run, and it looks like it's about to. So with Cronos Group, it closed above the 200, and there was some option activity with Cronos. I believe it's like the same as Tilray, May 29. I want to say it was a 750 call. But do your due diligence on that. And that just lets me know that investors believe these stocks are starting to run. Here we are on Canopy Growth, ticker symbol CGC. And this is probably the cannabis stock that has the most promise. I believe this one has been backed by most people, and I'll go ahead and read the one little article real quick, and that is Canopy Growth set to become cannabis sector leader. And this was by Bank of America. So although the Canadian cannabis market has evolved more slowly than expected, you can say that again, Canopy Growth has the potential to become a long-term leader in this sector, according to Bank of America Securities. So there you have it. And I truly believe it. They have the most money. If you remember back 2 or 3 years ago, Constellation Brands sank, I want to say, almost $4 billion into this company. So they have the money, and they already have an agreement with, I can't remember the name of the company, but do your research, that once cannabis becomes federally legal in the United States, they have an agreement with Curaleaf or one of those companies. I can't remember, and it's my bad for not remembering that. But they'll already have their in the United States once it becomes federally legal. But anyway, on the chart, as you can see, the stock is trading at right under $20, $19.42. And it came up right here around January, went above the 200, came back a little bit later, got rejected, all the way to a low of $9, basically when everybody else was at their all-time lows. So if you would have loaded up here, you would have already doubled your money. But who loaded up there? I'm sure some people did. I just didn't feel it. So it's on an uptrend right now. We're going to zoom in right there. And as you can see, hit the 200, got rejected, but now it has closed over the 200-day moving average. Very, very important. Very important. And that's a signal. It should be a signal for most investors that I think things are finally turning around for the cannabis sector and your major players in this sector, which I would say Cronos Group, Canopy Growth, and Tilray and Aurora. Those two to me are weaker than Canopy and Cronos Group. Here we are on APHA Inc., ticker symbol APHA, and as you can see, similar story, downtrend, hit the 200 back in January, all the way down to a low of $1.95. It's currently sitting at $4.04, and we're gonna go ahead and zoom in And as you can see, it has closed above the 200-day moving average. Strong signal. So if you're thinking about investing in these marijuana companies, please do your own research. Don't take exactly what I say. Don't take exactly what everybody else is saying. Do your own research on these companies because they are risky. There's no doubt about it. They're very volatile. But APHA is trading above the 200, and they talk about just the news that pops up with them. Cannabis short sellers down $641 in May. So that is another sign that things may be turning around for the cannabis sector. And the last stock that we're going to look at today is HEXO Corp, ticker symbol HEXO, HEXO. And this was one I really had a lot of high hopes for, but it just isn't panning out. It's not panning out. Strong downtrend. We'll zoom in right here. A low of 35 cents. And this stock is definitely not trading like the other cannabis stocks. As you can see, there's a big gap between here and that 200-day moving average. And the reason that I had high hopes for HEXO is they have a deal with Molson Coors, which is, anybody knows they make beer, big beer distributor. And it's just not panning out. The agreement that they had with the province, I forget the name of the province, Quebec province, one of those provinces in Canada, is not working out the way that they thought it would. And I'm seeing here that HEXO Corp closes $57 million underwritten public offering. There's more about this public offering, and that's really all I'm seeing with HEXO. Like, I really had a lot of high hopes for HEXO, but as you can see, they're underperforming the other cannabis stocks. And with that, that's going to conclude this video. If you like this type of content, subscribe to the channel. Please like the video because it really, really helps get my information out to more people. And if you want to be notified, smash that bell. Thanks for watching.